Hello, this is Apocrypha from APOC Industries, and this is episode 5 of Nightfall. Episode 5 meaning we're on day 5, and today we are going to be looking at setting up red and green science. And whereas I would usually do it in a place like maybe up here, where it's on the opposite side of our bus, in the interest of protecting ourselves, I might actually look at doing it down here, in where all these trees are, leaving enough room for what will eventually be a steel smelter, but otherwise having it on the opposite side of the bus. In previous games, my early red and green science has actually lasted me quite late in the game, so there should be enough room to pipe in some more science if we need to, if we build it down here. The only thing that we need to do is make sure that we leave enough room for our steel smelter, which we are going to do right now. And this will actually put it in a pretty nice position as compared to... okay, you know what? Just one sec. I'm getting tired of cutting trees myself. So we are going to use the tree cutter. There we go. That's better. Nanobots are also something that we're going to want to automate at some point, but for now we don't mind crafting a couple of these by hand every now and then. Okie dokie. Good enough for now. Okay. What was I saying? I have no idea. But our steel smelter is going to look something like this, with 6 of those, 6 of those, 2 belts in the middle, 6 of those, 6 of those, and some more belts over here. So, generally speaking, this is what our steel smelter is going to look like. Whoa, we actually ran out of stone. Surprising? That's also okay, because we can just run and grab some more and fill in all this area so that we know that this is going to be sectioned off for our steel smelter. Good enough. So that means that this is the area that we have for constructing our science. And I did a little bit of calculating before starting to record, and I think that I know the proper ratios that we need for building our science. So hopefully that'll go okay. Sometimes it doesn't. And I struggle with the whole calculating things sometimes. Not today, though. We're going to get it today, I believe. We'll get rid of some more of these trees, though. But not enough of the trees. Okay, so what we do need, however, is 11, 13, 14 assemblers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because we've already got 3, apparently. Alright. And we're going to draw our bus over. There's also going to be a, well, I guess we should probably pick up some more belts too. There is also going to be a belt for steel on here as well, but we won't be, we won't be tapping the steel just yet. I won't be surprised if we don't get to that until next episode. So, let's see. One thing that I do not like having to do potentially here is bringing power lines across. So what we will do is bring power from over here instead. Because Did I leave too many spaces in between here? No. Okay. What are you doing? I don't even know. What we will do is bring our power across this way. Okay. And let's see. We need to have... Where's our assemblers? We need to have 2 of them crafting. We had a belt here. We need some splitters. So let's say that we had 2 of these that are crafting gears. Alright. Feeding into a belt. And that is going to be consumed by 1 thing making belts and 1 thing making inserters. You think that... should have kept my page open with my calculator here. How much do you think that that would take in terms of a belt? Can we get by with half a belt? Do we think? Do we think we could get by with half a belt? Maybe? These both need iron. These both need iron. That's definitely, let's say, a full belt. So let's move these over 1. We'll take a full belt of iron into these guys, and they will output, we can get a couple more of these, they will output into here. We only have medium poles, so we're going to have to do it like this. And these will take like so. You're making those, you're making those. And you'll be pulling from iron, and we didn't make enough of these. You'll be pulling from that. Okay, so that's the stuff for red science, which is going to be going this way. Would this look better if we rotated it a bit or moved it somewhere else? I feel like it would. We could also handcraft some nanobots if we were so inclined to do this work for us. Like if we were to do something like this, perhaps. I really don't want it interfering with what is going to be that steel line, but otherwise, should be fair game. Like, what if we did something like this? And then these could output here. Oops, wrong way. Something like this. And this gives us the materials that we would need for red science, and we're doing 5 assemblers worth of red science. Oops. No, we want this on the other side. Oh wait. Do we? Does it really matter? I don't think it really matters. Oh, yes, of course it does, because we need copper in here as well. Whoops. Right? Wait. These are not for red science. These are not for red science. What am I talking about? Oh my goodness. Okay. These are for green science. For red science, we need some of these gear wheels. And those gear wheels can come in here. Right? No, wrong one. Wrong one. I can come in here, and this can be like, oh, I don't know, something like this. And this can meet up with a copper. Nothing else is going to use copper here. So we can pull that copper directly in here. Although we'll probably end up getting it something more like this. Then the gears will be on the other side. Right? Okay. And you can go like that, like that, like that, and good enough. You can be red. You will take as input these thingies here. You will give as output onto here. This is going a little more into the trees than I was expecting, but that's alright. And then we will have 6 green science thingies. We are an assembler short. Alright. Always make another one. And you guys are all going to be green science. And you're going to be fed by this. Which is probably an awful lot of materials to just kind of like leave on the belt. But whatever. This is not meant to be perfect. It is just meant to be functional. That's the name of the game. Not perfect, just functional. It is currently about 6 o'clock. We still got lots of time to get this finished up. Also, I am sorry, Science Assembly. We are taking you apart for science. Literally. Okay, and as inputs here, we're going to have... Wait, where were the green circuits coming in? Are they coming in anywhere? No? Okay then. They are coming in here, I guess. Using another long inserter that we don't have. Here we go. Get gears from here. Wait, no, iron from here. Gears from here. Yeah, alright. This is gonna be gears. This is iron. This is gonna be green circuits. Probably only has to be half a belt of green circuits. And again, we're gonna have some steel here as well. But I don't think that that'll be a big deal to deal with. All right. Maybe? Let's give it a shot. See what happens when we hook this up. Ideally, what happens is we get science. And when it comes to science, we always output our bus as the priority. And this is green circuits. Again, outputting our bus as the priority. This is going to be copper. Again, outputting it to our bus as a priority. These things are eating up all of the gears. They need to be eating more iron. Maybe? Or do they need to be outputting more? I am not sure. Well, in any event, this is going to backfill eventually. Obviously, it's giving preferential treatment to our green science, which isn't super good. Let's see if we can do this better. That's clearly not better. Uh-oh. 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 Boy, we were not paying attention to the time. Oh boy, we were not paying attention to the time. We have turrets, but what we're going to do first is bring a wall down. And we should probably take these trees out before we put our wall down, because otherwise the tree destroying thing will just eat up our wall. Alright. Whoops. Focusing a little bit too hard on science, I guess. As one does. Okay. I guess the biters just wanted to lull me into a false sense of security here. Alright. This is fine, though. This is fine. Of course, while we're up here worrying about biters, our gear issue is probably just going to solve itself by backfilling here. Yeah. So this is like super not perfect. I'm gonna address this by, whoops, redoing this entire piece here. That's what we're gonna do. And we also need to not get eaten by biters. We have the turrets, we just haven't placed them for some reason. Alright. Now then, we want to be able to output these gears quickly into a fashion that they can be easily used by these machines. I mean, what if we did something like... This is getting super messy. I don't really care that much at this point if it is super messy, but it is. And then like this maybe. At least this way we're getting the gears in and out as fast as they can. Anyway, let's fix up this. Let's fix up this wall. Clearly, we need to be paying better attention to. Oh wait, we could just do this, right? Yeah, nanobots. Let's get some lights in here too, because I don't like being in the dark. Alright, so this is not a perfect science setup, but it is ours, and we are proud of it. We need to make sure that we are getting this science where it is needed, which in this case is going to be science labs. And we are going to get a couple more science labs. Not by making gears, we're not, though. Oh boy, they really did a number on this radar. This radar must have irritated those biters. I think that that's what's happened. Whoops! What are we doing for ammo? We're still doing fine for ammo. And our turrets are keeping us safe, as they do. Some more belts. We're doing for circuits. We're doing great. Use some more walls just in case. And those walls could also use a light. There we go. Okay. We did make some more labs. We ran out of yeah, it was gears that we went up here for, and then totally did not grab them. We are going to extend this down a little bit more so that we have room to fit a couple more labs. That's okay. That was a real waste of nanobots. I forgot that the early nanobots don't really help very much in situations like this, where it's faster for us to just take the stuff apart. How many more labs did we make? That's a good question. One which I can certainly answer myself. None more labs. We're gonna make 4 of them though. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to pass down the line first. I'm not sure. There we go. Okay, and once nanobot speed finishes, the first thing that we're going to research is our tool belt, and then the bigger power poles. Yeah. I guess the biters have given up for the evening. We will soon be taking the fight to the biters, though. Once we have our tool belt, then we will take the fight to the biters. We could probably squeeze in a few more labs here as well, if we were so inclined. So let's do that. We probably should also consider putting more turrets here as well. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought I heard biters chewing on something, but it turns out it was just our labs being really noisy. Just our labs chewing on science, I guess. Alright, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Power is probably going to start being a problem real soon. Cool. Well, this has been a good day. This has been a very good day. Let's drop off this science down here too. And again, let's make sure that we have turrets set up. Well, I guess a turret set up. Close enough. Next on our list definitely has to be upgrading power, though, because our power is not going to keep up with all this. But we can take out these trees with ease with our nanobots. And then we will have a clear path to upgrading. Easy peasy. We'll do that next time. Great, so today we set up our red and green science. We extended out our bus a little bit more. We extended our perimeter a little bit more. We got rid of a few trees. And generally held off a biter attack okay. Our resources are holding up all right. At our earliest opportunity, we're going to research advanced material processing for steel furnaces, and that'll improve the throughput of our bus to be able to support all the way up to rails and stuff. We'll get our steel smelter set up, and yeah, we're doing all right. And ooh, our radars have scanned a great deal around us. They've gone, some of them have gone as far as they can go, so they're starting to rescan the area closest to us, which is great. So we have a good idea of what we'll be up against in claiming what looks to be maybe a peninsula of some sort. We don't know yet. Thank you very much for watching. See what the biters have in store for us tomorrow.